Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Silver City Community Theater Radio Hour, right here Sundays at 5 on Gila Members Community Radio, KURU 89.1 FM in beautiful Silver City, New Mexico, and streaming online at gmcr.org. I'm Wendy Spurgeon, your hostess here with weekly radio theater entertainment, simmered to perfection by our expert audio chef, Chris Wellman of Mystic Way Productions, and featuring the fresh, locally sourced talent of Silver City Community Theater and beyond. We call tonight's SCCT Radio Hour Season 2, Episode 12, Contributing to Community, featuring the drama classes from Aldo Leopold Charter School, presenting The Wishing Pond, The Enormous Turnip, Arch Obler's Miss American, Jack and the Beanstalk, and finishing the hour with a delicious stone soup. Our Aldo Leopold drama kids certainly sound like professional radio actors now from inside their classroom recording fort and fancy new Pod 4 recording system. All 4 of the royalty-free plays they recorded are part of a fantastic collection of plays for kids and teens on Drama Notebook. First on the menu tonight, The Wishing Pond tells the tale of a little bunny who learns to love herself just as she is, featuring the talented Zaya Pearson, Savvy Eggy, Samara Castillo, Cale Doherty, and Zaya Blood. About the author, Deborah A. Cole is a celebrated humanities teacher, youth theater director, and children's playwright with degrees in journalism, art history, and elementary education. She understands the needs of young performers and their directors and creates pieces that encourage engaging discussion, creative thought, and quirky playfulness. Her goal is that young performers discover the power and delight that theater brings to actors and audiences alike. About the play, a beautiful little bunny does not see her own beauty and wishes to look like everyone else. Will a magical wish make everything better? Let's find out at The Wishing Pond.
Along, little bunny. These carrots need to be peeled and put into a pot before dinner time.
Yes, Mama. I am so hungry. I could eat that whole basket of carrots.
You could, huh? Well, let's get home and we'll see how fast dinner can be ready. You will help, won't you?
Will I? I will peel every last one. Good day, Bushytail.
Well, hello, little bunny, and greetings to you, Mama Rabbit.
Wow, Mama! Look at her tail. It is beautiful. I wish I had a tail like that.
Hush, little bunny. Where are your manners? We do not point. I'm sorry, Bushytail. I don't know where her manners are today.
No worries, Mama Rabbit. Good day to you both.
What on earth came over you?
But Mama, I love that perfect tail. It's so round and furry and perfect. Look at me. I am just a plain old bunny. There is nothing special about me. But if I had a bushy tail, I would be beautiful.
Nonsense, little bunny. You are perfect. Look at your soft fur, your pink ears and nose, and those sweet little whiskers. Why, you are beautiful just the way you are.
But Mama...
Don't but Mama me. We have carrot soup to make.
Look, Mama, webbed feet.
My goodness, what has come over you, little bunny?
But look at those bright orange webbed feet. I wish I had webbed feet like those. If I had feet like that, I could splash and dance in puddles all day. Puddle, do you splash and dance all day?
Why, I guess I do. Everyone in my family splashes and dances in puddles.
My sincerest apologies, Puddle. Little Bunny is hungry and is obviously not thinking clearly. Please resume dancing and we will be on our way. Okay, this must stop. You are my beautiful bunny. I don't want you to have a bushy tail or webbed feet. I think you need to sit down and think for a bit about what makes you special. Maybe then you will stop wishing to have what others have. I will see you at home when you are ready to be proud of yourself.
But Mama, what about the carrot soup?
There's that but Mama again. I'll tell you what, the soup will be ready when you are.
My, what have we here? Where is your mama, little bunny?
Hello, Specs. My mama left me here to think.
Think, you say? Why, thinking is the hardest work there is, which is probably why so few engage in it.
Mama says that I need to stop wishing that I had things other people have, like bushy tail or webbed feet, or big eyes like you have.
Ah, I see the problem.
Your eyes are perfect. They are so round and bright and brown and...
Enough. You want eyes like mine? Why, there is a very easy way for you to get them.
Tell me. I will do anything.
You must head to the wishing pond. There you can ask for anything and receive your heart's desires.
Where is this wishing pond?
Head through the woods until you reach the tree with 3 branches. There you will find the wishing pond. You must look into the water, turn around 3 times, and make your wish. Are you sure you want this?
I am sure.
Then off you must go. Perhaps if you lead now, you will make it home by sundown.
I'm here. I found the wishing pond, but it looks like someone else is already making a wish. Wow, look at those red wings. I bet that bird just wished for beautiful red wings, and the wishing pond made it happen. Excuse me, Red Robin, I see you found the wishing pond.
I found this pond, so yeah.
Did you just wish for those beautiful red wings?
I'm just here for a cold drink of water. I've had these wings my whole life. Everyone in my family has red wings.
You have no idea how lucky you are. Do you mind if I wish for red wings?
Knock yourself out, friend. I have a nest to build. Wishing ponds are for crazy bunnies.
Okay, I know my wish. I wish I had a beautiful pair of red wings. It worked! Look at me! No longer am I just an ordinary bunny. I can't wait to show Mama. I will use these wings to fly home quickly so I can make it home before dark and finally enjoy Mama's delicious carrot soup. Smell that soup? Mama has been cooking for hours. She's going to be so proud of my new red wings.
Out, out, you filthy bird.
But Mama, it's me.
Oh, no, you don't. No one but Mama's me, but my little bunny. And you are certainly not my child. My child has soft fur and pink ears and a nose. Ha! Red wings, no birds are allowed in my home. Now shoo.
I can't believe she didn't recognize me. Where will I sleep tonight? Who will feed me? I am without a family. I know. I will head to Bushytail's den. Surely she'll help me.
Yes.
It's me, Bushytail, little bunny. May I sleep here tonight? It's starting to get dark, and I am oh so hungry.
Why, you're no bunny. I know little bunny. She has beautiful white fur and a sweet pink ears and nose.
But I'm sure these come off.
See, you are no little bunny. She does not have red wings. Off with you, imposter.
Why does nobody see me as me? Well, maybe it is strange to see a little bunny with red wings, but they were so beautiful when I saw them on that red robin. I was sure they were what I wanted. Now I'm not so sure. I will have to keep trying to find someone who will help me. Before you slam the door shut, Puddle, it's me, Little Bunny. I need a place to sleep and a warm meal. Won't you please help me?
Who are you trying to fool, little bird? I can clearly see your red wings, and if you think I'm bringing a bird into my house, you are crazy.
But you are technically a bird, Puddle.
Stop trying to confuse me, bird. I live in a body of water. Birds live in trees. Surely. Oh my, am I a bird? Eek! I've got to go. I see you got your wish, little one.
You recognize me. Oh, Specs, I have made a big mistake.
You are the little bunny that wanted what everyone else had, instead of loving yourself.
I was so wrong. Mama wanted me to sit and think, and I didn't do that. I jumped to the first chance not to be myself. Oh, please help me. Isn't there some way to be myself again?
Well, the wishing pond works two ways. One way is to grant wishes, and the other is to ungrant wishes. Which do you want? Perhaps you want to try those webbed...
No, I want to be myself. How do I do it?
Head back to the wishing pond, but this time after you look into the water and make your wish, use your beautiful new red wings to sail into the water. Only the water can reverse the wish.
But bunnies can't swim.
You want to keep these red wings or go back to being yourself?
I want to go back to being me.
Then return to the wishing pond.
Okay, I can do this. I want to be myself. These wings are nothing but trouble. Help! Someone, I'm a bunny and I can't swim. These wings are pulling me under. They're so heavy. Bunnies aren't meant to have wings.
Be still, little bunny. We are here to help. Pull your wings off.
But Mama, they're part of me.
They were never truly a part of you, little bunny. Let them go. There, my child. You are safe.
I'm so sorry, Mama. I never should have made that wish.
You are perfect the way you are, little bunny. Promise never to wish to be like someone else again.
I promise, Mama.
I don't know about the two of you, but all this excitement has made me hungry. You wouldn't have been to have some warm carrot soup to fill our bellies, would you?
In fact, I do. It would be an honor to have you share a meal with us, Specs.
But Mama, Specs is the one who told me about the wishing pond.
No more but Mama, little bunny. You are the one who came here and wished to become someone you weren't. Do you think Specs found you by accident? I asked her to help you make a decision, and you did the rest.
Oh, Mama, I will never wish again to be anyone other than myself. Well, those webbed feet might have helped, but who wants to really be a bird?
Little bunny!
I'm just joking, Mama. I am beautiful, Bunny, and I am proud.
Great work, Aldo Leopold PM Drama Class. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to SCCT Radio Hour, Season 2, Episode 12, Contributing Community on KURU 89.1 FM, and that was The Wishing Pond by Deborah A. Cole. Next up on tonight's menu, The Enormous Turnip teaches the importance of working together as a community, particularly at harvest time. All 4 of the royalty-free plays our Aldo drama class has recorded are part of a fantastic collection of plays for kids and teens on Drama Notebook. Now, this one features our AM class, Chloe Arnold, Innocencia Casau, Scarlett Evans, Alex Garcia, Michaela Jericho, Adelie Kempton, Phoenix Mares, Tennille Solberg, Jules Stites, and Wesley Wolf. About the author. Janae Dahl is the creator and author of Drama Notebook. She has a BA in theater, spent 12 years working in professional theater. She was the founder of the Young Players, the largest drama outreach program in her state. For nearly a decade, the young players served over 100 schools and employed over 30 teaching artists each year. Thousands of public school children and teens participated in her award-winning workshops. In 2012, Janaea sold young players to Northwest Children's Theater and School to serve teachers full-time on Drama Notebook. Janaea originally created the material in Drama Notebook to support the young players teaching artists. She was aware that most drama teachers could easily teach children's theater workshops without any additional curriculum, but that having access to a vast amount of new material could greatly improve the quality of the classes while keeping things exciting and fresh for her teachers. Janaea also develops custom curriculum for Kaplan Early Learning and for Destination Imagination. About the play. The Enormous Turnip is a children's folktale of Russian or Slavic origin. It was first published in 1863 in a collection of Russian folktales, edited and published by Alexander Afanasov. In this story, a poor farmer doesn't have the strength to pull the turnip out of the ground. He asks his wife to help, but together they still can't pull it out. It will take a lot of help and teamwork from the others on the farm. Winter is coming. Will they ever pull out that ginormous turnip out so they'll have something to eat? Well, let's find out what happens with the Enormous Turnip.
A wise old farmer planted a turnip. He sprinkled magic fertilizer on it, and the turnip grew to be enormous.
When it was ready to be picked, the old man started to pull the turnip out of the ground. He pulled and pulled, but couldn't pull it out.
I'm going to need some help. Wife! Wife!
What is it? I'm busy fixing your dinner.
We need to get this turnip out of the ground, otherwise there won't be any dinner come winter.
So the old woman took a hold of the farmer, and the farmer took a hold of the turnip.
And they pulled and pulled and pulled. But they couldn't pull it out. We're going to need some help. Granddaughter!
What is it? I'm busy braiding my hair.
We need to get this turnip out of the ground or there won't be any dinner come winter.
So the granddaughter took a hold of the old woman, and the old woman took a hold of the farmer, and the farmer took a hold of the turnip.
And they pulled and pulled and pulled. But they couldn't pull it out.
We're gonna need some help. Brother! What is it? I'm busy catching frogs. We need to get this turnip out the ground, or there won't be any dinner come winter. So the brother took a hold of the granddaughter, and the granddaughter took a hold of the old woman, and the old woman took a hold of the farmer, and the farmer took a hold of the turnip.
And they pulled and pulled and pulled. But they couldn't pull it out.
We're gonna need some help. Dog! What is it? I'm busy chasing my tail. We need to get this turnip out of the ground, or there won't be any dinner come winter. So the dog took a hold of the brother, and the brother took a hold of the granddaughter, and the granddaughter took a hold of the old woman, and the old woman took a hold of the farmer, and the farmer took a hold of the turnip.
And they pulled and pulled and pulled. But they couldn't pull it out.
We're going to need some help. Cat.
What is it? I'm busy cleaning my fur.
We need to get this turnip out of the ground, or there won't be any dinner come winter. So the cat took a hold of the dog, and the dog took a hold of the brother, and the brother took a hold of the granddaughter, and the granddaughter took a hold of the old woman took a hold of the farmer, and the farmer took a hold of the turnip.
And they pulled and pulled and pulled. But they couldn't pull it out.
We're going to need some help. Mouse!
No way am I helping. If I come near you, you will eat me.
If we don't get this turnip out of the ground, I will die of starvation this winter. I promise not to eat you.
So the mouse reluctantly took a hold of the cat, and the cat took a hold of the dog, and the dog took a hold of the brother, and the brother took a hold of the granddaughter, and the granddaughter took a hold of the old woman, and the old woman took a hold of the farmer, and the farmer took a hold of the turnip.
And they pulled and pulled and pulled. And pulled and pulled and pulled.
Until finally, out came the turnip.
And the mouse ran away, and everyone rejoiced because they would have food for the winter.
Great work, AM drama class. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them all a hand, and also a shout out to Chris Wellman of Mystic Way Productions for those hilarious sound effects. Thank you, Chris. And thank you all for tuning in to Silver City Community Theater Radio Hour on Gila Members Community Radio here at KURU 89.1 FM. In tonight's episode titled Contributing to Community, we've heard Auda Leopold drama classes present The Wishing Pond by Deborah A. Cole, and just now, The Enormous Turnip by Janaea Dahl. Now, for the main course on our menu tonight, we present an homage to a historical piece, Arch Oboler's Miss American, which originally aired on November 25th, 1939. Although he gained an inevitable notoriety for his work on horror series Lights Out, Arch Oboler was truly one of radio's auteurs, producing a wide variety of deeply felt plays about the human condition, including a number focusing on World War II. Many of these were collected into a number of printed anthologies. Oboler even wrote and directed the film that kicked off the 50s 3D craze, Buona Devil. The anthology series, Arch Oboler's Plays, originally ran on NBC for a year beginning in 1939, with other series under various titles also being broadcast in the late 1930s through the 1940s. You'll hear local actors Mel Gelb, Liz Michaels, and myself in the adult roles, and Auda Leopold students Tennille Solberg as the voice, Zaya Pearson, Innocencia Casaus, Marley Convery Morales, and Maya Ari Gomez as the German children. Enjoy this truly hearty main course introduced by Arch Oboler himself, titled Miss American.
America was not yet at war, and the air in Washington was summer pleasant. But neither Katharine Hepburn nor her supporting cast nor I thought of pleasantries in those days. We were there to try and convince a handful of congressmen to permit refugees to enter our country, very small refugees, baby refugees who would be in the path of the German blitzkrieg. We did the broadcast, and happily our immigration door opened a small blessed crack, and some very small blessed children escaped Hitler and company.
Innocent children caught in a whirlpool of inhuman hatred. Children ostracized, excluded from schools and public places, threatened with physical harm, forbidden the simplest requirements of spiritual survival. Surely our American sympathies go out to these, the most pitiful and helpless of sufferers. America must do its share in offering refuge to some of these children as a token of our sympathy and as a symbol of our faith in the ideals of human brotherhood.
Miss Katharine Hepburn in another original drama. Its title, Miss American.
The scene, a great luxury liner returning from Europe to America. It is late at night. A girl stands on the boat deck looking out into the darkness, her face to the wind that lifts whitecaps on the tumbling sea. Suddenly, an older woman approaches and speaks.
Well, Ronnie, I must say, this is a peculiar way to behave.
What?
What did you say, Aunt Mary?
I said it distinctly and you heard me. Do you realize that people have been asking about you?
Have they?
Oh, Ronnie, do come downstairs. Standing up here in the cold.
Please, I'm all right.
Oh, Ronnie, what is the matter with you?
4 people.
People? Oh, that. Well, after all, my dear, there are always a certain number of undesirables on board a ship this size. If you'd only stop wandering up and down the 2nd and 3rd classes, you'd find everything quite right and proper.
Right and proper.
As for the children, I spoke to the captain about them.
Did you?
Staring at us every time we walked the deck. I told the captain exactly how we felt about the matter.
We?
The things we talked about this morning.
Oh yes. I remember.
I should think you would. You were quite definite in your opinion, and of course I agree with you. They've no right to take such young children and bring them to New York to heaven knows what. But you know the captain, that little charming smile, and he changed the subject and, oh well, what difference does it really make? We'll be docking in the morning and away from all this.
Aunt Mary, there's something I want to tell you that...
No. Tell me later, my dear. Right now, the thing for you to do is to go down, get dressed, and join the others just as quickly as you can. Come now.
No. I want to stay here.
Why, Ronnie?
Please. A few minutes longer. I'll come down.
Ronnie, I've never known you. Oh, very well. Have your silly little mood. But I don't understand what it's all about. Mooning up here in the dark like a romantic 16-year-old. All I say is hurry downstairs. We'll be waiting for you.
Romantic? Yes, it is romantic. I'm in love with... Oh, if she knew. I'm in love with... Yes, love at the 23rd sight with...
America.
That's a childish thought to have.
Patriotic to have.
Of course it is, of course. Getting softening of the brain. Thinking silly things. Over-emotionalized. Ought to go below and join the party. Stop standing here thinking to myself.
America.
No. Why shouldn't I think it out? How did it start?
The things we talked about this morning.
Yes. Aunt Mary did say that. The things we talked about this morning.
Those children.
Always staring at us.
Why bring them over?
Full of foreign ideas, always staring.
Not like us. Foreigners. Not like us.
Not like us. I said that. I remember. Not like us. Not like us. Not like me. Not like me. Resented their being on board. What happened? Oh, let me remember. I went walking on the lower deck. They were sitting there as usual.
The 4 of them.
Yes, the 4 of them. Sitting in a row. White faces staring. Eyes looking at me. I couldn't stand it. What did I say? Yes. Yes, I said, you children, don't you know it's bad manners to stare at people? For a moment, no answer. 3 little boys, 1 little girl. Their staring eyes. Why should they stare at me? I said, answer me, one of you. If you're coming to America, heaven knows why, at least they should have taught you some English. They didn't move. 4 rigid little figures. And then...
We all speak English.
Well, at last, the Sphinx speaks.
No, that is not my name.
He said that. Then he closed his mouth, and the 4 of them were sitting there once again. Those eyes of theirs staring. I said, what are you sitting there for? I've been watching you all through the trip. You sit there in those deck chairs hour after hour. What are you waiting for?
America.
She said that. The little one. And then she closed her mouth so tightly I could see the muscles of the corners of her lips. She sat there, tense, frightened. Not another sound from any of them. Their eyes beyond me, on the sea, on the horizon. I said, all right, you're waiting for us to reach land. But what's that got to do with the 4 of you getting up, running around, having fun? Come on! Don't you know how to laugh? You, don't you know how?
When we are in America, then we will laugh.
So, that's it. You don't like the sea, you're waiting for the land.
Oh, no, we're waiting for America.
Waiting for America. What silly nonsense were these children thinking? Couldn't laugh until America? I thought to myself, how silly. Proof that these children, strangers, aliens, foreign to our thought. Aloud I said, listen, the 4 of you. Are you trying to rib me in your infant continental manner? If you're waiting until you land, until you laugh, I'm warning you, you better start laughing now. Ha! There isn't much to laugh about there, let me assure you. The dullest, dumbest place on earth. Why do you think I went abroad? Laugh in America. Don't make me laugh. We've got depressions and recessions and concessions and dissensions and while I kept talking, the children's faces grew angrier and angrier. Their eyes larger and larger, hating me for what I was saying. Angrier and angrier, and until at last one of them cried out,
No! No, wait.
Wait?
Miss America, wait. What you say, it is not right.
What's not right?
All these things you say of America, I do not understand. I do not know, but this I know. It is not right.
No.
No.
It is not right.
Not right.
No.
No. No.
It's not right.
Not right.
Now, wait a moment. And what is right, Herr Professors?
America is good and is a good place. Because you say it.
Because in America, all men are
Created equal?
yeah, and they are endowed by they're created with the right of life and
Liberty.
and the suit of happiness.
Bravo! Right out of the old Declaration of Independence. So, where did you learn that and what does it mean?
John taught us. Yeah.
Yes.
Here on the boat, they gave me a book. I read. I how you say it, Miss American? I teach.
You teach. You. And what you teach, all that about life and liberty, what can it possibly mean to 4 children like you?
Maybe I do not understand everything you say, Miss American, but what we learn, it means that no matter what is wrong in America, it can be fixed. We are equal and free, and we can work and help America.
Help America? When he said that, I didn't have anything more to say. Nothing cute or bright or clever. 4 little children. I stood in front of them. Suddenly I wanted to say so many things to them, but my throat, I couldn't until one of them said,
Please, Miss American, what the books say about America, it is all right?
Right?
Tell us of it, Miss American.
Bitter?
Please.
America, it's very large and very beautiful. And all these people in it, or their fathers, or their fathers' fathers, came over the water to it, just the way you're doing. And there's a bigness to it, and a braveness to it. And you need never be afraid. And no matter what goes wrong there, there's always hope. As long as there's someone like you to remind the rest of us that the American way is the human way. That's what I said to them. Yes. And they came close to me and touched my hand. And they smiled at each other and at me. And so I'm in love. Yes, in love with my country, for remembering 4 little people who want to help us.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, we bring this program starring Katharine Hepburn to a close. The broadcast was especially written for this occasion by Arch Obler.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, you are listening to Silver City Community Theater Radio Hour on Gila Mimbres Community Radio, KURU 89.1 FM in beautiful Silver City, New Mexico, or you may be hearing us online at gmcr.org. That was Arch Obler's Miss American, one of our homage performances to the golden age of radio. It originally aired in 1939, starring Katharine Hepburn. We recorded it over Zoom and first aired back in March of 2021. It features Mel Gelb, Liz Michaels, and myself, Wendy Spurgeon, your hostess here with weekly radio theater entertainment. I'm also the lucky drama teacher at Aldo Leopold Middle School. And you heard some of our awesome students there. Thank you, Zaya Pearson, Innocencia Casaus, Tennille Solberg, Marley Convery Morales, and Maya Ari Gomez. Before we heard the PM class in the Wishing Pond and the AM class in the Enormous Turnip. It is a tasty episode tonight, folks, inspired by food and family as we're coming up on Thanksgiving. Our episode is called Contributing to Community, and Aldo Leopold students are all about that. Next up on the menu, Jack in the Beanstalk inspires that part of us that sometimes feels small and insignificant to open to unexpected possibilities that may propel us beyond our current circumstances. Featuring the PM class, Zaya Pearson, Savvy Eggy, Samara Castillo, Cale Doherty, and Zaya Blood. All 4 of the royalty-free plays they recorded are part of a fantastic collection of plays for kids and teens on Drama Notebook. About the author, Ruth Landau Giordano is pleased to join the writers at Drama Notebook. She's been active in performing arts since early childhood ballet, and then teen years on and backstage at the Brown Ledge Camp Theater. College years following the urge to perform at the O'Neill Memorial Theater Center. Facing adulthood, she turned to costuming, then took some time out for family, and years later, adapting plays and stories for radio drama, producing and directing both live shows and recordings for broadcast in Taipei, Taiwan. Recently returned to Massachusetts and learned more about radio audio recording as a means to preserve radio dramatic works. Now about the play. Jack and the Beanstalk is a radio play adaptation of the classic fairy tale, where everyone gets to participate in the action. Best of all, as Jack plants his magic beans and climbs the beanstalk, he awakens a not-so-friendly giant, played by the audience. It's storytelling like the old days. Let's enjoy it together. It's Jack and the Beanstalk.
Once upon a time, there was a boy named Jack.
He lived with his
mother.
Jack and his mother lived on a farm.
Actually, it was a very small farm.
The fact is, they only had one cow.
And every morning, while he was trying his best to sleep late, he would hear,
Jack!
Yes, Mother.
It's time to milk the cow.
Yes, Mother.
So he did.
And Jack?
Yes, Mother?
Take the milk to market.
Yes, Mother.
Every day, Jack took the milk to sell at market.
Now, at the time our story takes place, in the place where our story takes place, the conditions were harsh.
There was a drought,
no rain,
and famine,
no food,
and a general malaise,
no fun.
The crops were not plentiful, and the animals were not fat and healthy.
One morning,
Jack, it's time to milk the cow.
Jack went to milk the cow.
But she was not fat and healthy, and she gave very little milk.
Jack?
Yes, Mother?
It's time to sell the cow. Take her to market, and see that you get no less than 5 pounds for her.
So Jack took the cow to market.
Along the way, he saw a stranger walking towards him.
The stranger walked with a limp
and a cane.
"Hello there, Jack,"
said the stranger.
"Where are you going with that cow?"
"My mother says I must sell her at market for no more than... No, that's not right. For no less than 5 pounds.
"She does not look well."
"I know. I'm afraid she is not worth much money."
"I'll give you something for her."
"You will? Not more than... I mean, not less than 5 pounds."
"No, something worth a lot more."
The stranger opened his hand and showed Jack
magic beans.
"Beans?"
"Magic beans."
The stranger reached into his pocket and pulled out 5 large beans, then gave the beans to Jack, then took the cow's rope and led her away.
Meh.
And Jack ran home to his mother.
"Mother, look, see what I got for the cow. Magic beans!"
"Beans?
"These aren't just any beans, Mother. They're magic."
Before he could finish, Jack's mother snatched the beans out of his hand and threw them out the window, where they hit the hard, dry ground.
Night fell, then
rain fell,
and those beans began to grow.
They grew
and grew
and grew.
And in the morning, Jack woke to find a giant beanstalk growing right outside his window.
Wow!
Now Jack just naturally wanted to climb that beanstalk.
So he climbed,
and he climbed,
and he climbed,
until he reached the top.
Phew! When he got there, he could hear a sound.
A very large sound.
It was coming from a very large house.
Jack tiptoed to the house. He looked inside and saw a giant.
The giant was fast asleep at his table.
On his table were stacks and stacks of silver coins.
Jack wanted that silver.
He opened the window.
He crept up towards the table.
He tripped.
Oh no!
He fell and woke the giant.
Fee, fi, fo, fum.
The giant hated to be awakened from his nap, and he pounded on the table, spilling silver coins all over the floor. Jack scooped up the silver and started to run.
And the giant ran after him.
He ran back to the beanstalk as fast as he could.
And the giant ran after him.
He climbed down the beanstalk as fast as he could.
And the giant climbed down after him.
When he got to the bottom, he grabbed an axe and
he chopped down that beanstalk
while the giant was still on it.
Fee, fi, fo, fum.
And when he fell, the silver fell with him.
It positively rained silver.
Great work, PM class, and thank you, Chris Wellman, for those awesome sound effects. Ladies and gentlemen, we close tonight's episode with Stone Soup, a classic tale of community nourished and transformed by the small cumulative acts of contribution adapted for radio by our previous playwright, Ruth Giordano. Now, about the play. The story has a variety of iterations. There's also nail soup and axe soup with a similar plot line. Weary travelers come to a poor village in search of food and shelter. The residents are reluctant to share what little they have. The travelers find a way to coax food out of them by means of a ruse. They start a pot of water boiling with a stone in it. A stone in boiling water makes soup, but how much better would it taste if an onion were added and a carrot? Well, perhaps a bit of beef and a pinch of salt. The peasants donate a bit of this and that until eventually they have a lovely soup to share. Enjoy the AM drama class at Aldo Leopold Middle School. Chloe Arnold, Innocencia Casau, Scarlett Evans, Alex Garcia, Michaela Jericki, Adelie Kempton, Phoenix Mares, Tennille Solberg, Jules Stites, and Wesley Wolf as they cook up a hearty batch of stone soup.
3 soldiers trudged down a road in a strange country.
They were trying to get home from the wars.
Besides being tired, they were hungry.
In fact, they had eaten nothing for 2 days. Oh, how I would like a good dinner tonight.
And a bed to sleep in.
But all that is impossible. We must march on.
On they marched.
Suddenly, ahead of them, they saw the lights of a village. Maybe we will find a bite to eat there.
And a loft to sleep in.
No harm in asking. Now the peasants of that place were afraid of strangers.
When they heard that 3 soldiers were coming down the road, they talked among themselves.
Look, soldiers.
Ha, soldiers. Soldiers are always hungry. And we have little enough for ourselves.
Yeah!
The people hurried to hide their food. Sacks of grain we hid under the hay in the hay lofts. Buckets of milk down the wells. We spread our old quilts over the bins of root vegetables. Cabbages and potatoes under the beds. Meat in the cellars. We hid all of our food.
Then we waited.
Good evening, good people.
Could you spare a bit of food for 3 hungry soldiers?
We have had no food for ourselves for 3 days.
It's been a very poor harvest this year.
Yeah.
Have you somewhere we might sleep for one night?
Oh, no.
Our beds are full.
Yeah.
The soldiers went from door to door.
Not one family had a morsel to give away.
It has been a poor harvest.
All the grain must be kept for seed.
Or feed for the livestock.
One family had a sick father to care for.
All had too many mouths to feed.
Good people.
We are 3 hungry soldiers in a strange land. We have asked you for food, and you say you haven't enough food to share.
It seems that all you have too much of is these stones. So the only thing to do is
to make
stone soup.
I've never heard
Stone soup.
What? How?
We can show you how.
First, we need a large pot.
Biggest you can find.
I know where to find one.
That's none too large.
But it will have to do.
Now we need to fill it with water and fire to heat it. It took many buckets of water to fill the pot.
A fire was built on the village square, and the pot was set to boil.
And now, if you please, 3 round, smooth stones. Those were easy enough to find.
The peasants' eyes grew round as they watched the stones drop into the pot.
The soldiers began to stir.
Any soup needs salt and pepper.
I know where to get some.
Stones like these generally make good soup. Uh-oh, if there were carrots, it would be so much better.
Why, I think I have an old carrot or 2. She came right back with her apron full of carrots from the bin beneath her red quilt.
A good stone soup should have cabbage.
But there's no use in asking for what you don't have.
I think I could find a cabbage somewhere.
Back she came with 3 cabbages from under her bed. Now, if only we had a... But no.
What? If only we had what?
No, it's no use. That's just not possible.
What? Tell us.
We were just thinking.
What?
Well, if only we had a bit of beef and a few potatoes,
a little barley,
and just a cup of milk, this soup would be enough for a rich man's table.
In fact, the king requested just such a soup when last he dined with us.
But it's no use asking for what you don't have.
Barley.
Milk.
The soldiers had entertained the king.
A rich man's soup, all from a few stones.
It must be magic.
The peasants brought their barley from the lofts.
They brought their buckets of milk up from the wells.
The soldiers stirred the barley and milk into the steaming broth while the peasants stared wide-eyed.
At last, the soup was ready.
All of you shall taste. There's enough for everyone.
Hooray! But first, a table must be set.
Great. Tables were placed in the square.
All around were lighted torches.
Such a soup!
How good it smelled.
Truly fit for a king.
With such soup, we need bread.
And a roast.
And cider.
Soon a banquet was spread, and everyone sat down to eat.
Never had there been such a feast.
Never had the peasants tasted such a soup.
What do you think? Made from stones?
They ate and drank and drank and ate.
And after they danced,
they danced far into the night.
At last they were tired.
Is there not a loft where we could sleep?
3 such wise and splendid gentlemen sleep in a hayloft? Indeed.
They must have the best beds in the village.
So the first soldier slept in the priest's house.
The second soldier slept
at the baker's house.
And the third soldier slept
at the mayor's house.
In the morning,
the whole village gathered in the square to give them a send-off.
Many thanks for what you have taught us.
We shall never go hungry now.
Now that we know how to make soup from stones.
Oh, it's all in the knowing how.
And off they went down the road.
Such men don't grow on every bush.
And the moral of the story: through sharing, we all become richer.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in tonight for Silver City Community Theater Radio Hour, Season 2, Episode 12, Contributing to Community, featuring the talented kids of Aldo Leopold Charter School, here on Gila Members Community Radio, KURU 89.1 FM in beautiful Silver City, New Mexico, and streaming online at gmcr.org. We hope you'll join us next Sunday and every Sunday at 5. Why not make us a part of your weekly routine? I'm Wendy Spurgeon, your hostess here with weekly radio theater entertainment, simmered to perfection by our expert audio chef, Chris Wellman of Mystic Way Productions, featuring the fresh, locally sourced talent of Silver City Community Theater and beyond. We wish you a joyful Thanksgiving. Join us next week for Thanksgiving leftovers with old-time radio classics. My Favorite Husband was arguably the radio training ground for Lucille Ball before she created television history in I Love Lucy, featuring Sarah Thrasher, Billy Dominguez, Mary Barrett, Carol Gatta, and Liz Michaels in Dinner for 12. You might just laugh so hard you'll cry. Father Knows Best Thanksgiving Show reunites our local brilliant cast: Doug Abbott, Greg Jarrett, Shelley Chase, Sarah Thrasher, Monty Valenzuela, Mia Riley, and guest star Greg Bond in an episode sure to leave you feeling heartful and emotionally satisfied. With a heart full of gratitude on behalf of GMCR, SCCT, Mystic Way Productions, and ALCS, this is your hostess, Wendy Spurgeon, wishing you Thanksgiving blessings, and bye for now.